Well, well, well. If it isn't 2024.
What the hell happened? It's episode 155 somehow.
That's crazy.
I think.
Welcome to the Hat Chat podcast with your three hosts. There's three of us. The voice you're hearing right now is Chris Trott.
Oh, hi Chris Trott. The voice you're hearing now is Ross Hornby.
Whoa.
And I'm still here, baby. It's 2024.
He
My
made
name's
it.
Alex Smith, and I'm still alive. 35 now? We 35?
Yeah, we're 35. I'm going to be 36 soon.
We were 35 in the
Fuck,
last
you
episode.
are. You're next month.
We were 35 in the last episode.
Yeah, I know we were.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like, just reflect on that for a minute. A new year, new you.
Same age.
Right? Dry January? Doing dry January?
Did I drink in January?
I've already had a few drinks. I had a few drinks last night.
Shit.
But you haven't...
I don't think I have.
No. I haven't.
I made some pina coladas at home.
I have definitely had some drinks.
Well,
in
that's
January.
alcoholic, isn't it?
Yeah, but before the new year. It was for the new year.
Apparently, young drinking is lower than ever before. People are
That's
drinking
good.
less and less.
Yeah, it's because
That's
the
gotta be a
Elf
good
bars
thing.
are so tempting.
Well, they are very tempting, aren't they?
Get them vapes.
Why, I don't feel
I
like
don't
that's
think people use that as a drinking
I
alternative.
don't feel like it's a substitute.
No?
I don't think it's getting you the same.
Do they not have all the alcoholic flavours? Lager.
That'd be good.
They probably are. They probably
Vaping
are. There's so
lager.
many different flavors.
IPA flavoured.
Yeah. Oh, I quite like an IPA flavoured vapor.
Fruity,
That would
I
be
suppose.
nice.
Like kind of like a
Yeah.
tropical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Anyway.
Thanks to Josh Randall for that. Fingal, did you already thank him?
Thanks. No, I thanked before the episode actually started recording.
Yeah, but
so
thanks, Josh.
thanks, Josh Rendell, for that wonderful fingal. The whole thing will be at the end of the episode, of course, and you can send your fingals in to our email, hatchat@hat-films.com. Get it out of the way straight away. Just put fingal in the subject. Makes it easier for me to find them. Thank you.
Yes, it does. You
Anyway.
should put that there. And any other news requests or stories, funny stories you've heard,
Yeah.
put them there.
Yeah.
Maybe funny stories. Why not?
Maybe a personal story.
It could be a personal story. I mean, don't clog our inbox up. Let's not
No, we're not
encourage
agony uncles.
Because you give them an inch and they take a mile. That's the thing with these people.
they really do.
They will email us and they'll be like, I've got the best idea in the world. And they will go on for pages and pages, and it's not that great.
How about a news story that's so localized to them it never hit the main news, but it's so interesting?
Well, that's
That's
quite
worth-
interesting. That's almost like investigative reporting.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, but for every tiny bit of gold, there is a mountain of garbage to sift through, isn't
Yeah. Well, that's down to us to only provide the gold for Hat Chat,
it? Yeah.
to sift through that
sift
wasteland,
through the horse shit.
the sewage, to find that diamond that got thrown away. Anyway,
I haven't got any diamonds.
you haven't got any diamonds today.
No diamonds. I've got a little news from that we didn't use last time.
Go on,
If you wanted me to throw some out there.
What hilarious
I mean, I feel
stuff.
like what did we do in the last episode? Last episode we kind of covered
Talked about our
talked
life.
about poop, fecal, microbiota transplants, and
Yeah, but that comes up now and again.
That has come up a few times now. We do repeat.
But it's
a lot of things.
fascinating, isn't it? That you can change your whole personality and become the person. It's like cloning, but through the butt.
I just don't think it is like cloning.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't think that's what. I don't think we came to that conclusion last time. It was just.
It's 2024. I've had a new.
It doesn't
perspective
change
on it.
your,
Do you
like,
believe in
physical-
resolutions? The resolutions are things that you follow.
Resolutions?
Or for like New Year's
Don't
resolutions.
say 1440p, and don't say a high frame rate.
No, I was going to take that
That's 'cause we're
question
already-
seriously, actually.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think that it's a good
240.
it's a good time to like line up what the hell you're doing that year. You know, like where you think about like, right, well, what am I doing? Where am I at in my life? Like, what do I need to think about and prepare for?
Do you remember what you thought about last year?
Yeah,
If
it's always
did you
the
have a
same
plan?
stuff.
I
It's
don't
always the same
remember having
stuff.
a
It's
plan.
like this year I'm actually going to try harder to stay healthy and fit and focus on my hobbies and stuff and make sure I'm socializing more. All the generic shit that happens every year.
Just a new year, new me.
Yeah, but it's always the same.
And we always say it's going to be our year in reference to Hat Films.
I will say 2023
It's pretty
Was
fun.
it was our year.
It's one of our
It's a
years.
good one.
One of them.
It was a good one. Yeah.
We started traveling again and we switched
yeah,
on
well,
memberships.
We've got over the hump of COVID hump. That was a
Yeah.
pretty shitty hump.
That was a pretty shitty.
It was a pretty shitty hump to shake.
Yeah.
And we got rid of it eventually.
Well, it's still going. It's still like burning through the population. Something like
yes.
How many people was it?
Outside our mind.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should worry about it. But there, there's
you
still,
should
still are like.
to a degree.
I mean, fuck. No, I'm not going to go into all that. But
If
you're
you've got
right.
it, don't
is
spread
nice.
it.
It is nice to not have it directly affect my life at the moment.
Are you looking forward to the next one?
No.
It might-
No.
Not COVID, but like the next one. Next big P, the big pandemic.
Not really. No.
Not really.
There will be one.
I wouldn't say there are events that I'd look forward to. Yeah, I know there probably will be one. Yeah, that's why I'm going to buy a house in the country, a very big house in the country.
Or like in 28 Days Later, where they just go out to the country and
Well, there
they
is
still get got.
Oh, no,
They still get got.
There's a danger in isolationism, but you can make your existence a lot more comfortable. In
Yeah, but they still got
situations
got
like
though.
that.
Do you remember it?
Yeah,
28
well,
Days
if
Later.
the world fucking
Yeah.
collapses, then of course I'm going to be fucked. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but like. You can't really plan for that, and to plan for that is its own form of madness. But
Wasn't
I'd still
Zuckerberg
try
building
and,
a bunker?
Like, I mean, I'd still try and like get a load of like
Apparently.
rainwater.
A Zunker.
You need to prepare against natural disasters more likely than social disasters.
Flooding.
Yeah,
That's
flooding
bloody
is going to be
nuts,
a
isn't it?
huge
That's
problem.
taking the UK over
I
right
mean,
now.
it will be fine, I think.
I drove to Reading.
Yeah.
You're on a hill.
Reading's underwater now.
There's a pretty big hill near you, so you'll probably be all right.
I'm on
Yeah.
on a hill.
I'm at the bottom of it.
Yeah. But yeah, lots of places are flooded right now. It's
Yeah.
pretty bad. I think that's only going to
Bloody
get
flooding. Ugh.
So just buy
Hassle.
a house on a hill.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just simple.
buy a house.
Simply.
But I mean, like, basically,
These are
yeah.
the steps
if
you
you
need
want
to
to
follow.
avoid these problems,
House on
look
hill.
now where's flooded to fuck. I mean, this has been reflected for years in, like, house insurance and stuff like that. There's places in Somerset that have been flooded for the last 20, 30, 40 years that still can't get house insurance because of how frequently they're flooded.
Well,
So it's just like, you want to live in this really quaint little town in the middle of the lowlands, you're going to get flooded.
Get flooded, yeah.
Yeah,
you also got to worry about land slippage.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Isle of Wight.
No one
Talk
considers
to me.
land slippage.
Talk to me.
A huge chunk of a place called Ventnor
Yeah.
in Isle of Wight just fell into the sea very recently.
Nice.
Classic.
Fucking gone.
Huge chunk of it.
What about
Just
those
gone.
bloody cliffs of David? Are those
Those are holding strong because they
they
made it
break
chalk.
chalk? Nah, they break,
Yeah.
don't they, from time to time?
Nah.
They'll crumble.
Yeah, probably will.
In
yeah,
our
at some point.
lifetime.
Well,
In our
I know
lifetime.
in roughly
Wait, I don't know. Is that true?
No, I have
don't
no
know.
idea. I feel like we should be
Everything's
fearmongering.
shifting.
I think if we fearmonger, at least
yeah.
people can prepare for the things that they are.
I think everyone listening is probably already fear-mongered up to the fucking gills.
I don't
to be
know.
honest with you.
If
Don't
we can-
rationalize things and act. Don't think.
If we can have a breakthrough in battery technology, right?
Yeah.
Battery and solar,
Classic.
so that you can charge up a battery rapidly with solar. I reckon we could all live in hot air balloons that are all
Yeah.
tied together.
Or in hot
Powerful.
burning batteries as they all burst into flames.
Why don't you just use
You're
mirrors?
charging too fast.
Mirrors
You don't need a battery if you just directly channel the power of the sun into
into a Duracell.
into the hot air balloon. So you heat the balloon using reflected energy of
Incredible.
the sun.
That's insane.
Inside the balloon.
You
there's
fixed it.
We should be using magnifying glasses more often as well.
We should be using a lot
Way
more
more magnifying
solutions
glass, yeah.
that are actually all based on magnifying glasses.
Yeah,
I took what I learned as a child.
yeah.
It's searing
Burning the
power
ant.
of magnifying glasses.
Top of the anthill.
And I said, this is the one and only energy source we'll ever need. So yeah, you get the massive hot air balloon spun with spiders' webs. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Very light, but
Very
very
light.
strong.
Very light.
Very strong.
Quite flammable, I've heard. Quite flammable, I'm sure.
and then inside you line with a series of mirrors as well.
Oh, wow.
Intricate mirror system.
And then
yeah.
in the
It's
center
like a
there's
disco
focal
fucking ball.
point that's a thermal sink.
Right.
Very light as well. Very,
Very
very lightweight
lightweight.
thermal sink.
Not titanium.
And then mirrors underneath the
Wow.
hot air balloon under the basket.
The mirrors are heavy, though. We're getting,
Very lightweight
you're saying
mirrors.
the
They
mirrors
gotta
are
be
heavy.
lightweight.
Spiders dandruff.
There's a reason there's a basket at the bottom of these
Yeah.
things. A woven basket.
Yeah, there's a woven basket, but the basket, guess what?
Spider silk.
Spider silk.
Spider silk.
Very, very light.
So
very,
light.
very strong.
Extremely flammable.
Let me tell you, these spiders, they got a lot of work cut
Yeah.
out for them. But
We should get some spiders' webs and burn them and see how quickly they go down. It'll probably be a flash of a second.
I mean, the Hindenburg was very flammable.
Yeah, no,
and it
down.
did fine for a bit. It did
And
fine for
it
a
flew
bit.
for a
went
while.
down.
It flew for
and
a
the
bit.
end.
How long do we need these things to fly to make a profit?
Good point. Timing is important.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's up in the air and it's on fire. It's on fire and everyone is dead.
How many tickets did we sell
They
before
are
that
falling.
catastrophic
Yeah.
incident?
Wasn't
Yeah.
Bioshock...
Parachutes made out of spider silk as well. Reckless.
So we've had the underwater Bioshock, where they tried to create a utopia underwater.
Oh,
And then Bioshock
yeah.
Infinite was in the sky, and I don't think that ended up going well either.
We're land-based creatures. We just have to accept that. We got.
Not if we create land in the sky.
No, that's not true because
we
it's
can
always the
raise-
sky.
Like
There's always this-
Lapita?
Huh?
Castles in the sky?
Oh yeah,
Is that
yeah.
the one?
Yeah, that's fiction, I think.
Well, the animated
I
film
don't think that's based on anything.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
is
song.
a cartoon. That's a song, is it? Oh no, Castles in the Sky is a song. Yes, the
Cascada?
like classic '90s dance, or
Tell
maybe
me
early
why do they
2000s.
build castles in the sky?
I think that was the main theme song
Imagine
of Laputa, yeah.
a TV show where the protagonist discovers that 90s trance anthems actually are portents of the future. So, like, you know, like
And you have to go back and start listening to these really basic lyrics.
We're in heaven.
What did Gina G's song go like?
Dun, dun.
Or like
9 p.m. till I come. What happens at 9
What happens at
PM?
9?
well,
Well, we all
What
know
happens
now.
at
till
9
I
p.m.?
come. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah, no, the prophets
beep.
ATB have actually been really helpful in averting World War III.
It was weird when everyone turned blue.
It's
Yeah.
a unique
Eiffel 65.
enigma code that
Yeah.
no one would crack.
What's Cascada
90s
thinking?
dance hits
are they on?
masking the future technology.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, you know, free idea.
Would you judge me if you came into my home and saw like thousands of spiders pinned to a wall and like
Not if you're
'Cause you're
building a
milking
way.
them.
because I'm milking them for theirs? Because have you seen it happen? It looks horrible. Like, obviously,
is.
all their legs like pinned up,
It is horrible.
and then their little butt is like squeezing out this spider silk, but it's like being tugged from them,
yeah.
and they're just being tugged. And obviously, they don't really have a real face with expressions, but like
It's
you can
gross.
tell they're probably like their mandibles like help,
It's
help
not
me,
nice.
I'm being like tugged.
Imagine Spider-Man having that happen to him. Then he'd feel...
I mean,
It's well trodden ground by me, so I won't.
I guess
fixate on
there's
it too
cows
much,
as well.
But like all this sort of stuff, the
Milking
realities
animals.
of the horrific shit that we do to animals
Yeah.
is horrendous. And like I say,
it's
it's well
pretty
trodden
brutal.
ground by me. I know it sounds like preaching, blah blah blah, but like we really could do with a completely different way of educating people to understand like
How the
how
fuck
much
are we
horrible shit animals go through.
yeah, well, a big
to
win for dogs recently. Did you see that South Korea stopped? They banned dog meat trade,
Well, that's
which is pretty
Good.
good.
yeah.
That's
It's
a
a
win for the
stepping
dogs
stone.
over there.
Until I see
That's
a
a
dog in the House of Parliament, or the House of
What,
Commons,
like
at
someone's
least.
pet or just an actual law?
No,
Again,
law
back to
with-
dog law.
The thing is, so like
With
meat,
a
right?
shirt and
Meat.
tie.
As a person that really
Dressed up
likes
dogs creep
dogs,
me out.
really likes animals, you'd think I'd be like, that sounds great. But arguably, the meat that, like, I'm not anti-meat eating. I think that it's completely fucked how we consume meat, and the whole thing needs redoing from start to finish. But I don't necessarily think that if in the perfect conditions, I would not eat meat. I think that, you know.
Oh
that-
yeah, but what?
But what I'm saying is, with like the dog stuff, with them not eating meat, a lot of the time, different countries eat the meat that is like
Available.
local to them. You know.
Oh sure,
So,
yeah.
so like you know.
was it? Where does he fish whales? Is it Faroe Islands?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like, and they used every part of it, which
Yeah.
is a good thing in
Yeah.
that sense. But then also
They're incredibly
mass whaling is the
intelligent
issue, not
animals.
necessarily just
yeah.
oh look, there's a pod, let's go
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Everyone gets their spears. It sounds and looks maniacal.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of like whoa, what the fuck are they
insane.
doing?
Yeah,
but then
yeah,
also
yeah.
like it's a traditional thing.
It's
So
like
like,
fox hunting.
should you step in?
Yeah.
It's like...
And
really-
as a developed country,
I don't think it's
we
the
can
same as
hopefully
fox hunting.
phase out this
I don't
shit.
think it's the same as fox hunting.
You don't think it's the same?
No, fox
Okay.
hunting is like a fucking
Completely-
just.
I mean,
some
where
tough
we go
sport.
whaling for whaling's sake, and it's more
Oh,
like an
right.
event.
Yeah, but they're whaling because they use. Yeah, but
Faroe Islands is
the
different.
fox hunting thing is like a cull, but this is also just a fucking bunch of toffs doing
It's
it for sport and
it's
then getting a bunch of beagles to.
Yeah, it's not always tough.
Savage
There's also a
of
lot
fox.
of like farmers and stuff as well. It's not always just a posh.
I'm gonna
that do it,
use
it's
the
country
big
people
tarring
that
brush
do
and
it.
say toffs.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit.
They put on their fucking tweed outfits and they're all dancing and fucking each other on those horses.
I definitely.
Do you
fucking
feel the
on
same
horses.
about Morris men? Because they put on pretty weird outfits too.
Yeah, but I don't think they're savagely hunting. They're kind of dancing.
I'm not defending.
They are just dancing.
Killing
Dancing
of
around a pole.
foxes.
Yeah.
What I'm defending is the dressing up, the cultural history. I agree. You probably don't need to savage a fucking fox at the end of a hunt to make it an
Yeah.
enjoyable.
I think it
thing.
just kind of rubs it in when they're wearing those outfits though, and have those stupid little.
I guess, but it's history.
It's,
like, and
yeah, obviously there's history to everything,
Lots of
but
silly.
like-
the beef eaters in fucking the Tower of London look ridiculous, you know, but they're used as like
yeah, there's
one of
knobbins with the fucking
Yeah,
big
yeah,
old
yeah.
furry hats like
But,
outside
like-
the they just
Yeah.
look like they're having a shit time. I know it's like probably quite an honor for them to be the Queen's Guard or some shit, but
Yeah.
like the knobheads right in front of their face, like just yelling at them and like goading them and trying to get like a reaction from them. That's so fucking weird
A real tourist
and so
trap.
strange. It's like, yeah, look, they won't do anything. Look, and just spit in his face and then just say horrible things to him. And he's just like crying inside. Goes home and fucking.
I wonder
just
what the
hates
it's
his
not,
life.
though.
He's-
Like he's the soldier, depending on who it is. Like
they're carrying a
it-
gun though.
Like, but like
A real gun.
it's just a poor reflection on the person that feels like they need to do this to a person.
Yeah.
Like it does. Like the soldier is just there to like do their job or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever they've been told to do. That's what being a soldier is, just doing whatever the fuck you've been told
But
to do.
it does seem like someone was like having a joke when they designed their outfit. They thought this is gonna look really
with
fucking funny.
the bear
the
skins,
long,
the
it's
big
long,
thing on the head.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like a traditional hat.
Again, yeah. Is it
Exactly.
Scottish though? Doesn't it?
I'm not
derive-
sure. There's a story behind it. But they're called bear skins.
I think they got like
Yeah.
4 or 5
But I
cameras
mean, I guess
stacked
it's
on
all
top,
pomp and sorry.
Yeah.
under there.
So they stacked
4
one.
or 5 cameras stacked under there.
Yeah,
Cameras.
there's a SAM site. It shoots down aircraft. There's anti-drone transmitters inside those hats.
Jesus.
That's why they keep them around. They're like, okay, they look
Okay.
ridiculous, but think about the
So they've
accessories.
been
There's
modernised.
so much in there.
Yeah, that's where the rat
Good they've been
sits
modernised.
to drive them around.
It's a fucking
You see
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
It's a Ratatouille soldier,
Yeah,
which we just
why
weren't
they're-
aware.
Mostly.
Don't take my house.
yeah.
The rats. It's a real rat.
my power.
Oh, that's why they do these jerky
rat.
movements.
How does a rat fire a gun? It takes
Yeah.
away culpability from the
Yeah.
soldier as well because it was just following
Yeah.
orders.
Wasn't me.
Yeah.
He was pulling on my hair.
Sorry, my rat sneezed and I killed someone with that 85. Right. Anyway.
Yes, but that was, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where we started. It was a dog. We still went for the dog meat trade.
But it's good that the dog meat. I mean, obviously, dogs are lovely. Whales are lovely. Like animals
they're all
are great.
yeah, of course.
We just got to work out the best way that
Whales
we
are
can still
people
eat
that
meat and
decided
not
to fuck off.
torture animals.
Yeah.
Like that's it, right? Meat standards, animal standards.
What if the souls of dead people went into animals?
Or like
Souls-
reincarnation.
Sometimes, I mean, that's
Like
what
a
I think.
form
What,
of reincarnation.
I
But
think
but
that's
what
what
if
Ben
that?
Hoddle
What if they were a what? No.
Ben Hoddle was on about
No.
reincarnation with karmic impact. Like you're saying, basically.
But like if
If you have a
like
good life.
if
Yeah.
someone died, they can spiritually transfer themselves into
Or you
other.
get to choose.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So it's like, so let's say someone died and was like, oh, do you know what? I want to see what Trott's up to. Gets into Mochi's head and then she just stares at the wall
Oh
for
my
5
God.
seconds and then bam,
so
looks at you.
their life
and they're
is
watch-
forfeit. And you just get to assume
They-
control.
Imagine they can hop between animals.
Yeah, but
So they're hopping between
so
Ripley,
they're
between
pushing
Mochi.
down
They're just like
Mochis.
using you like it's like using your animals like CCTV to you.
What can they do?
Just make your dog stare into space for 5 seconds and then just that. And then they're just
That's
watching
it.
you.
Yeah.
And it's their way of
Do you
kind of
think
just.
that's what they're doing? Do you think that that's what's happening when your dog does something weird? You're
I do
they were
wonder. You have to
momentarily
wonder when they
possessed.
stare into space.
What are you looking at?
Because especially when it's suddenly, like, and you're like, "What are you looking at? What are you looking, boy? What is that?
in the corner of
I
the
didn't even
room?
hear any noise."
Maybe they're
It's-
better positioning their ears though. Like, have you then checked where their ears are pointing?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
their
his
ears
ears
are-
are
Just
just
if you
flopped.
change their head,
He's not
they can
angling.
get
He's just
position.
like just staring to space. I think that's pretty weird. So maybe that's when a spirit goes into him, and then they're just like having a look around. Not here. Next.
What if it's discovered that we're obviously basing all our senses and stuff on us? What if they can see the 4th dimension?
Well, that's it exactly.
Yeah, so
We don't know fully.
I think
We don't know fully.
That's where my
They
mind
can't
was going.
speak,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
might be able to see things that we don't fucking
Yeah.
see, and that kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah.
They see time differently. They see
Yeah.
the time as a circle. They
They
know
just-
what's going to happen to us. That's why they're so at peace.
Can they fully understand time? I don't think they can.
Well, they just see it all. They don't have to understand it all. Like us
'Cause that-
looking at stuff, we don't have to understand
If
what
you
we're
knew
looking
that, you'd feel pretty bad about all the animals you ate.
at. Yeah.
What about why?
Because they were all like
You should feel bad
spiritual.
anyway.
Well, if
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
model exists, we're talking about a different model now.
Oh, okay.
Let's
All right.
The
separate
soul-
these two. He's saying,
I'm not on
would you
board
feel
with the
bad?
soul thing. I'm not on board with
Yours
the soul.
is the weird one where
They're using them as
humans
transportation CCTV
momentarily
devices.
use animals as
Dead
CCTV
humans, dead human spirits hop into animals.
Would I feel bad about
Willy-nilly.
eating animals? No. Unless like they choose to incarnate into an animal that's about to be executed in an abattoir, then like I'd probably feel.
Wrong animal! No.
Well,
That would be
There's a really
nightmarish.
great TV show, a great sci-fi show that got cancelled, called
Animorphs.
Travelers.
Oh.
It's a really cool show. It's called Travelers, and the idea is a bunch of humans get sent back from the future where like Earth's a fucking climate disaster basically, and they're trying to like repair what happened. They have this ability to send consciousnesses back through time into bodies that they target who are about to die. Well, to make it ethical, they only do it with
Remember you
bodies that
saying
are
about
about to
this,
die.
yeah.
And one of them goes
Oh,
back and they get
yeah.
accidentally sent into the body of a heroin addict, or because they use medical records to see who the people were
feel like I've
after
seen
they
this,
died.
yeah.
It's a really cool show. And this kind of thing happens basically. They get sent back and like they get sent back into really shit situations. So one of them's like a functional heroin addict, and he's like their genius.
Functional,
so
though.
it's like really really cool.
You can be a functional heroin addict.
You can just smoke it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, obviously he's dead now, but
Functional till
mostly
collapse.
functional.
Yeah, until
to
collapse.
quite a point though. Like
Probably takes
I think
its
he went
toll on
cold
the
turkey,
bod.
and that was the issue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that happens to a lot of people. That's why
They should have heated the turkey up first. That's not.
Did he actually go cold turkey? Is that what
I don't
happened?
really know. I know that that's how Amy Winehouse died. I think she just gave up completely and it fucked her system up.
Then what's his face? Neil
So if
Patrick
you're on heroin,
Harris
stay
made
on it for a little bit
horrible cake
longer.
about her.
Sorry?
Then Neil Patrick Harris made a horrible cake about her.
Cake.
Did you see that?
I didn't see a
What?
cake. What about
So shortly after her
Amy
death, he
Winehouse
held
cake?
like a party,
Yeah.
a birthday party, I think, and he had a
Really?
hyper-realistic corpse of Amy Winehouse made.
That's
of,
weird.
Of the main
That's
cake.
really weird.
Why? Did he ever give a
I
reason?
think he might be an asshole,
Do
guys.
cake makers just make anything you request? Are they just like, yeah, I'll fucking make that?
No, they don't.
That sounds really
Quite
weird.
famously, they weren't making cakes for gay people, were they?
Really?
That was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that
was
was
a
one
huge, like,
specific restaurant,
case.
though, I thought.
No, I mean, this is something that's sort of been going through American law for a while. Probably in the UK
Every
as well.
cake maker.
So
Come
that
on.
it's about whether or not you have the right to refuse business based on a person's
Right.
sexual orientation.
But what if it's a gay cake maker? Sure, they're like, well, fuck you. I'm going to make a cake.
Well, then we'll have cake wars, and then people will have
Cake
division.
wars. Oh my god. Are we going to live through the cake wars?
Hopefully, I hope it's going to be delicious. I love the cake war.
This is the best war ever.
Just throwing cake.
Hey, it's chocolate. Yes,
Yeah.
my favorite. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember there being. I know there was one specific bakery that wasn't taking part in that and being specifically bigoted.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was across the board.
No, it's
But can you just
people-
say, oh, can I just get, I don't know, Hitler fucking a horse?
Well, I know a lot of cake people I think will say no. I mean,
But they'll
why-
do
why? Do you want us to try?
a dead Amy Winehouse.
If you're a cake maker out there and you want to make
Oh
Ross's
my
dream
god!
come
Sorry,
true-
he's just showing me a picture of it. I don't know.
Were they just like trying to like
She
shock?
looks
Were they trying
like
to shock or
that looks like a
something?
rotten corpse though, like a proper full-on like rotten corpse. It's weird to theme that around someone who
literally
is
says,
actually
The
dead.
corpse of Amy Winehouse with a little
corpse.
note on the side.
That's so weird. That's
Isn't
a
that
very
weird?
weird request.
It's very weird.
There must have been like some sort of reason for that. Like, as in like,
I think it was like
what's the cake maker doing?
I think it was trying to be edgy and just
Yeah.
trying to do like a Halloween
Right.
or something. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think people have
That's
as many
really
reservations
strange though.
as you think they
Yeah,
do.
but like, I mean, I get it if you do it like as a hate figure. Like if you're oh, give me a deceased corpse of Hitler and we're all cut his face first. I don't know.
I can't
Even then that'd be
imagine-
kind of strange. Like, what's his party?
You're
on
right. You're right.
What's his
I
party
think- I
on
think
that?
that's the thing. In
But then to
general,
do
it's
it-
strange. I think that it's less about who it is, and in more, you're just like, this is a weird decision.
What are
This
we
is a
doing, guys?
weird
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't matter
just-
who it is, but they
yeah.
recently died, and you're
Yeah.
kind of.
I just wanted a
mocking.
Spice Girls cake.
what ones they have?
Just a picture of their first album. I think that's the
Nice.
5 Spice Girls.
Well, you had that.
Posh. No, I'm just saying that's what I would want. Just a simple.
Instead.
Just a simple one. Yeah. All
Just
girls
nice.
allowed.
Okay.
I'm not just
not as big.
not just one
What
90s.
about Sugar Babes?
no.
Sugar Babes are
They would
good.
make it
no,
All Saints.
no cakes
All
for them.
Saints.
No cakes.
Not
for
All
them.
Saints.
No.
Come on.
Maybe the cartoons.
You want a cartoons cake?
Yeah. Ooh, ooh,
Would you want them in the
Ting-tang,
shoes?
Walla Walla Bing Bang. I want them to. Yeah.
What do you reckon they're doing now? The
Probably,
members of the
Pups
cartoon?
and
Was it
Clubs?
Swedish? Was it like a Norwegian?
Yeah,
It
they're
was
probably
definitely
like
Scandinavian.
Finnish. They were weird. weren't
Finnish.
they?
Yeah.
I guess Finnish.
It could have been. I think Finnish. could
The
fit.
Finnish are the
We don't know.
really
We're
good
just guessing.
Scandies.
But I reckon they are. I reckon they'd probably do well touring as the cartoon still. Look, if Sugar Babes are back together,
Who are
they
the
were the fucking
cartoons?
hootenanny.
They were. They were
Sugar
quite
Babes.
good in the Hootenanny, I thought.
Yeah.
You see the Hootenanny's way shorter now?
They're from
Even
Denmark.
shorter than his neck. Hey everyone!
Nothing shorter than his neck.
we've got a great new music
He doesn't have a neck.
It's probably disability, isn't it? But, you know.
Ah,
No way.
could be.
What?
His neck?
They're from Denmark. The
Denmark.
Cartoons.
Danish.
Wow,
Not
sorry,
Finnish.
Finland.
Danish.
That's the Rasmus from Finland, isn't
And
it?
they're still touring.
their genre is Eurodance, and they went
course
from
they are.
1996 to 2006,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
Well,
2018 to present.
for fuck's sake.
Yes,
They're
they came
back, baby.
Brilliant. Why is everything
Sorry, if-
shit coming back now?
Yeah, but if the cartoons were performing in Bristol, I think we should go and just have a lot. Get drunk, watch the cartoons do ooh. I don't know any more songs.
That's the
than that.
problem. You don't know any of the
Witch Doctor.
That's the same
That's the
song.
same song. You just know. He just knows the title. He just knows the title. It's like when Wheatus performed at your fucking.
It is.
It's just like
it was sad.
and they just tease it to the end. They're playing loads of shitty songs that no one
They had
knows.
a song called
all their
Doodah
B hits.
before Witch
Doodah.
Doctor.
Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
Doodah. What? I'm guessing that shows you where it charted in the UK. Where did it chart?
It charted in the UK at number 7.
That's pretty high. But then it was also at a time where I think 50 sales probably got you near to number 1.
You think so? I think that they made more money back then.
Probably, yeah, because people actually bought singles,
CDs.
whereas I guess they get now a couple of pennies, not even that, for
Fuck
us.
yeah.
A few streams.
They've been going since the late 80s.
Who was it was saying? I think it might have been Snoop Dogg or something. He had 1 billion
Snoop Doggy Dogg?
streams.
Snoop Lion.
He got 1 billion.
Formerly known.
Formerly, briefly known as Snoop Lion.
Yeah.
He got 1 billion streams on Spotify,
That's pretty crazy.
and they paid him $45,000 for it for 1 billion.
That doesn't
streams.
seem right, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the. Is that really high? 1 billion seems high.
I mean, I guess is that a
Seems
CPM
really
of
high.
$4?
$1 billion is a lot.
Is that a CPM of $4?
I don't know.
$4.5.
With no real
No.
reference point, I don't know what's
Way
good
less
What's that per
to get.
thousand?
Because 45k doesn't seem like meant. I mean,
I can do the math.
I don't really know. Because obviously we only really know YouTube reference points.
Okay, so
Well, there's plenty
If it had 1 billion views on YouTube, I think you'd get probably about more than that.
okay, so
Much more than that, yeah.
Way more.
divided by 1
1 billion? You would get loads more.
because that times 4.5.
There we go.
Oh no, it's even less.
Come on, Poindexter, use your calculator. Using a
450,000.
calculator. Just so
It's
everyone's
like
aware.
0.00 something.
Is it 0.45? It's like $0.50 per 1,000 listens.
Less than that, probably.
Yeah. Wow, that's not great.
It's not great.
It's a fraction of a cent per stream, allegedly.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you think there are people who go out and buy just singles on CD?
No.
No, because apparently vinyls outsold CDs, which
Yeah.
is more of a sign of CDs just not selling
Yeah.
than
Makes
vinyls
sense,
doing well.
though. It does make sense because, like, what?
Who buys
How much
CDs?
is a subscription to Spotify now? Like, it's still quite 16 quid or something.
It's expensive.
a month?
I've got the Duo
But-
family one.
That was probably the equivalent of buying one album a month back in the day, right?
Yeah, it's
so,
great
like, if
for
you're
us.
listening to more than a couple of albums, you're probably kind of okay. As in,
Great for the consumer, terrible for the artist.
yeah. Great for the consumer.
I don't really care about musicians being super rich though.
Yeah, but what about those that just want to get
If I'm
by?
fucking honest.
Yeah, but that's
like,
fine.
But surely, like, if they don't make any money, they won't continue their
If
work.
yeah, they will.
If-
If they can make a living, if they can make $100,000 a year, they'll keep making music.
Yeah, but that's not really fair on all
I guess
the
obviously
other musicians.
all the money's in touring,
Huh?
right? as
That's
well.
not fair on all the other musicians. Sure, like
Well, to
Snoop
have
Dogg.
$100,000 as the top end.
Well, I'm just saying, like Snoop Dogg had billions of
Snoop Lion,
plays
formerly
and
Snoop
got a
Lion.
45k.
Yeah.
What about all the musicians that want to?
Oh
be
yeah,
artists?
absolutely. No, that's very.
Because otherwise, you would just
Yeah.
anyone who's got
Like, it
talent but
affects
doesn't
all
get
of
like
them.
a big.
Oh, I'm
boom.
not saying it doesn't. Yeah.
Just
No,
dies
what I'm
off.
saying is ultimately, I don't care that like, these. Yeah, I think the music industry is kind of fucked. It doesn't really work in an economic, like, using that as an example to say like it's unfair on smaller musicians. It's just a fact of life that these bigger musicians have such scale that they can still make huge amounts of money.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's not.
They have to be that big.
But that doesn't
make-
mean that like they should get $2 just so the smaller guy should get $2. If you know what I mean, that's not going to fix anything. That's still going to create whales. It's what needs to change is like the fact that there's so many people that have strangleholds on the whole industry that can create like hit machines.
Yeah.
Like it's
the balance between convenience versus supporting the individual artists, right? Because you could go to Bandcamp and download all their music, but
yeah.
there's a niche really to do that.
It is, yeah. I heard of a pretty big musician I know selling via Bandcamp, and I was like, oh, weird. I was a bit like, oh, I'm surprised by that.
It's kind of just a why wouldn't you? I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I
To
guess.
supplement your income.
And also because you can choose also to pay more, right? So someone could be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like I really want them to continue.
Yeah.
So here's a little bit more money than the actual cost. I don't know. I think it's just
Imagine
yeah,
most make their
support,
money
isn't it?
via touring.
Yeah,
And,
touring is
actually
the
going
one.
out there and selling tickets and merchandising. Much like content creators, really. We don't earn our money through ad revenue on YouTube via the majority.
Mm-hmm.
We have to spread in order to make ends meet. Really,
We do spread. In
we
the
spread
evenings.
wide, and then we earn a lot from spreading.
Yes, we
We
do
get
earn a lot
so
from
much
spreading.
from-
We have to do the spreading.
Like the Hatfilms trio spread,
It's a trio spread.
Neapolitan.
And you have to have
Stack.
all three of us at once, and we're all spread. It's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird thing to see, but
Well-
it cost you.
It's expensive
Yeah.
to watch our spread. Slow-mo as well.
It's more than a fucking couple of cents a stream for that show.
Damn straight.
Like $4 or $5 minimum.
At least.
For each of us.
Yeah,
Right,
per.
yeah.
Don't worry, it's not.
It's per.
Come on, guys. That's nearly $15.
That's a good evening for
Just
me.
to open
Yeah.
your legs.
Like, how many? If you had to bang like 1,000 guys and for like $5 a piece, that's $5,000. That's
That's $5,000. It all adds up.
it's.
It doesn't
Yeah,
You've got
work
to kind of
out.
like do the math.
That's an evening's work.
That's an evening's work. That's 500. Did we say five? Did I say
You said 1,000.
1,000? That's a lot.
1,000 guys
That's a
in
lot.
an
I feel
evening.
like
That's like a whole secondary school.
That's
Even
just-
if not of that age.
a whole set. Why was that your reference point? You could have said a concert of some sort, or like
That's
maybe the
probably
gig.
a poor example, but I know because the thing is like I visualize like groups of numbers of people, and I always remember like being on a school field and us being put into forms and being like, "This is
All
30
fucking
people."
one guy.
And then it's all
We've all got to
lining
fuck
up.
this one guy.
And the headmaster.
Fiver a go.
The headmaster.
He's like, hooey, $5,000. Hooey. He's loving it.
Have you seen the Slan Mage Priest, one of the big frog mages?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
That's like my headmaster who sat on a throne being carried by
Oh,
dudes
yeah,
wearing
yeah,
like
yeah.
masks.
Yeah, another one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds weird.
If 5,000 men pumped you once, and we say
Jesus
on
Christ, I
average,
thought you changed the subject.
One pump is £5.
yeah, but like how long would that take?
Oh,
3
Yeah.
seconds per? If
No,
you're
that's a
really,
very good question.
if you're
Like,
heavily lubed up and you got pumped
just one pump,
once every 3 seconds,
one gone, one
No, it
gone.
wouldn't be. It'd be
15.
like a minute. You'd have to do it a minute. How many minutes? 1,000
5,000 minutes.
5,000
Yeah.
minutes.
Or 1,000 minutes, yeah.
That's-
1,000 minutes.
It's just a lot. So
That's
this is
$1,000.
this is now a time issue, not really a financial issue. This was
16 hours. So that's not an evening.
it's a day. That's a
16.7
That's a long
hours.
day.
that's a big day.
And
That's
that,
a 5 a.m. start, 10 a.m.
But
bedtime.
there are some people who are just out there for the grind. So
and that is a minute
yeah.
per person.
Plus,
And
you'd
also,
have to
you
pay
need to
some admin
find.
staff.
You need to find 500. Was it 1,000 or 500? I can't even remember what the number was.
a
But
lot of upfront costs. Let's say it's
5,000.
1,000.
5,000.
And they're all
You
paying
said
$5.
$1,000.
$5 each.
1,000 then.
1,000 men. They give
1,000
you.
men,
They
one
slap
pump,
a
one pump
£5
done.
£5 note on your back,
Yeah.
and they get a minute.
They get a minute.
17
Oh my
hours
God.
later, you're $5,000 up.
I think that it's not worth it.
You're gonna have a
Probably
break
the
for
physical
lunch?
turmoil.
Are you going to break for lunch?
The physical turmoil would be. Yeah.
You can eat while you're getting.
You could. Well, you could. If
you just get served.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
stay inside the stirrups. Of course, you're like. I'm guessing you're like strung up at this point. You're like, let's be honest.
Stirrups.
You've put yourself on some
But
sort
do
of
you
meat
imagine
hook.
Suspended. Like,
You're suspended on some sort of
Sex
meat hook
swing, yeah.
system, sex swing. You are literally just a hunk of meat at that point. You're there for that.
What do you imagine?
You're there for that
hooks under
$5,000,
the arms and then like hooks on the thighs. So you just.
and then a trough so you can eat.
Yeah.
And you're like, and all you're thinking about is like, well, my rent's coming up.
It's
Yeah,
just
but
$5,000, man.
$5,000 in one day is not bad.
If you just did
It's
that
not about
5
the day. I
times,
don't think it's about the day. It's not about the time at this point. It's not about the money. It's about the injuries you're going to sustain. It's going to be painful and it's going to be long.
If you did this 5 days a week, you'd be making $100,000 a month.
Yeah. Why don't more people do it?
You know those drinking waterfall fountains for cats that keeps the water flowing?
Yeah.
I think there should be that sort of waterfall lube system on your hands.
Yeah, you've got to have like a constant flow. Someone with a squirty bottle just coming in, just
It's like one of those industrial drills that has a constant water source. Yeah, no, good idea.
So that's an option.
So yeah, look,
That's an
money,
option for us.
yeah.
Apparently, the world record gangbang is 919 men.
Christ alive.
We could beat it.
Easily.
What was the end result? I don't even want to know
$5,000.
what that looks like. No, not the money. The physical turmoil, the injuries, the wounds, and also the mental.
There's going to have to be rules and regulations.
That's a day that lives in infamy in your head forever.
Yeah, but you're the world record holder.
You're in the
Shit,
Guinness
I
World
don't
Book of
know
Records.
what.
You own a world record, baby. That
Yeah,
means
but
that
I'd rather
somebody's
do an
done
eating challenge.
918 before then.
There's so many other world records that you could probably try.
Imagine if somebody beats your world record, you don't even get to say you've got a world record anymore.
Shit.
You just
Yeah.
banged.
Yeah.
I banged the second most people.
Yeah, you're not in the book, though, are you, mate? You're not in the book.
Is that a fact? Is that
Yeah,
true?
apparently.
Oh man, what are the parameters? What did each of them have to finish? Because that's too much. I think.
Well, would you
That's
want
not
to
one
be
day.
the world Guinness record adjudicator for that day?
No. There's no nose. There's no pegs. There's not enough pegs to.
That guy didn't
nose.
count. He didn't finish next.
It would be a stinky room.
It would.
It would be horrible. It would be the worst horror film ever. I don't think anybody wants to be on that set. I think there's been documentaries about like porn sets. They're like, God, no one really talks about the smell, but
it's pretty bad.
So gross.
I don't know why we got to that either.
We had that queuing system with like those like metal fences.
Yeah. Well, like a fob system, or like a ticketing,
and that's how you get your £5.
You got the brown pound.
They get the metal detector. Yeah, you're good. You're through. Pat it down. Come through.
There's a little merch stand.
Yeah, a merch stand. A gift shop.
What band have you got there? Oh yeah, great, thanks.
Fantastic. Yeah. You're a blue band. You're a blue band. Okay, you're on that queue. Gold band's this way.
This guy says
priority system. There's a fast track system.
Yeah.
Like you can pay to be in the top 200 because after that it starts getting.
Oh no.
There's touts outside buying and selling bands. Buying and selling bands.
Yeah.
You want to just come in? I've got the band. Yeah. What was this for? Oh
wow.
Yeah. Oh
my God.
Tannoy system.
In here.
Please don't buy from the touts.
Numbers 929 through 986, please.
We can't sell them. We just can't sell them.
We'd like to invite gangbangers from our privilege section. Thank you for gangbanging with us again.
The elderly and children up first.
Yeah. Anyone with young children, we'd like to invite aboard.
Must be accompanied by a guardian.
What if you flicked on a gangbang video and you recognise one of the guys in there?
Huh?
You think you'd ask?
I mean, the numbers we're working at now, it's likely, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a good chance that, like, just through proxy, you might know some. Oh my God, that's my sister's best mate. What the hell? What are they doing there? My God, what's Gary doing over there? Gary, what are you? Oh my God,
Gary,
he's queuing up, tugging off.
Gary, he's gone back round.
Oh my God,
he's gone back round.
He's looping round. Bloody hell, Gary! What the hell?
Trick is not to watch them.
Well, that's important. Yeah, that's an important factor.
You don't have to.
Don't watch them, but like, I mean, I think that if you saw a loved one.
Now I'm curious. I won't watch the gangbang. I'll just watch the queues.
Yeah. Queue cam.
Queue shot.
Yeah.
It cuts away from the action.
Yeah.
Pause.
There's a specific edit that never shows the porn. It just shows the queue of dudes kind of tugging themselves off, getting them prepped.
Now that is
I
a good
subscribe
use.
to the sites especially. Can you guys send me any like queue behind the scenes you've got? I'm looking for a guy.
I'm curious.
There you are, you son of a bitch, Gary. You're still doing this.
Gary, that's my neighbor.
Gary,
you're married. He's married. That's not his wife. That is not his wife.
I knew that.
I knew I'd find that fucker.
Yeah, I
got you that luchador mask for Christmas, you bastard.
I can see your eyes. I know those eyes.
Those are guilty eyes, you horny son of a bitch.
He's got a lazy eye, very, very defined.
Yeah,
I can see it behind.
You got head of chrome here and a lazy eye. I can tell.
Head of chrome.
I know exactly who that is.
So recognizable.
Way too recognizable. Yeah, put shades on, you stupid bastard.
Why would somebody so recognizable not wear shades? They don't fit up with my luchador mask. I gotta go inside the eye.
Very defined face tattoos. Shit, I can see his chin tattoo.
Fucking hell.
Terrible at this, Gary.
You got a barcode. You scan that. That's purple sprouting broccoli at Tesco.
Oh, God.
I don't know how we did it. We managed to film 40 minutes.
Oh, shit, of that. Wow.
Of the whole Hat Chat. I don't know how we started. I don't know how it got to this point.
I don't even know.
But welcome to 2024 with the Hat Chat podcast. More of this to come, I'm sure.
There's more of this to come. Do you guys have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
No gangbangs? Oh, you didn't? Shit Christmas. Shitmas.
No, it wasn't.
Was it so-so? Just like...
Because it makes other people...
No Christmas cheer?
Yeah.
Why
like
not?
Christmas very much.
Did you put any decorations up in your home? You Scrooge?
I didn't.
Not even one fairy light?
No.
Not even a little fairy on the tree?
I already have like kind of crazy lights, so why add to it? I have all round.
He's got Philips Hue.
I was worried about putting a tree up because I think he pissed on my parents' one once. So I feel like I just don't want to welcome that into my home and just be like, oh, bring the outdoors in. Piss everywhere, son.
We tried a bit harder this year. We put decorations up and
nice.
Had twinkles and stuff. Last year, Ripley did tear down some fairy lights from the...
So Ripley.
So
was she better this year? No,
she was.
No ripping? No grabbing?
No
it's
ripping
tempting though. Those fuckers, you want to rip them.
Yeah.
As a human.
Yeah, I want to pull them all down. Especially those blue ones that people have. Stop buying blue and white lights, people.
It's
they
like
look
icicles.
fucking horrendous. It's not like icicles. It looks shit. Golden lights and maybe some of the multicolored ones.
The multicolored ones are okay.
Yeah, sometimes
It
they're all
depends.
right. Depends if they're nice and tasteful. I'm not.
It's got to bring joy to the home. That's all.
There's no
a
joy,
little bit of joy.
in blue or white fucking lights.
I think
they're
you're being
cold.
a little.
No, they look.
They
shit.
do look colder
They
though.
look
I would
shit.
say they are colder. I like the warm glow of
The coziness of
a
Christmas.
cozy-
Yes. With
Take
that
those
cinnamon
fucking
smell.
Things down.
Get some smells in. Cinnamon.
Um,
Spices.
no, I didn't really
What
rock
do you mean?
the
Just
cinnamon.
like
spices.
decorating the house with spices? Is that what you do?
Yeah, just put out some
Just chuck them around the
smells.
floor.
Mull some wine. Get some nice scents going. Feels cozy. Feels nice when it's cold
Like-
outside.
Although
You've heard the song?
Boxing Day morning, Murphy threw up everywhere, and then he like ran out into. I stayed at my brother's house, and then he ran out into the garden. He threw up some more, but like for some reason, my brother freshly cut the grass like quite recently in winter. That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
And I was barefoot. I didn't realize, so I was there trudging through freshly cut grass in the wintry cold.
He
just to
walked
go.
in it.
Well, because he wouldn't come back, so I thought he was just stood there staring at me again.
Right.
Maybe he was possessed by a spirit.
A temporary soul. Yeah.
Maybe it was Santa. Oh yeah, it was a bit late for Santa. It was Boxing Day by that
Santa's
point.
omnipresent.
But still, yeah, trudging through the wintry earth,
Looking for dog sick.
trying to avoid the dog sick to then just kind of bring him back in, for him to then just rush outside and throw up again. I don't know what he ate,
Who knows?
but yeah, Christmas.
That's
Shit.
Christmas
Mine
for
was
you.
Christmas
Mine
for
was fine. I'd prefer other times of year for me.
Like Halloween. I like
warmer.
Halloween.
Not like Halloween. It's still too dark. When there's more daylight.
You're more weather focused.
I think so.
yeah.
And also,
event.
just like I don't think Christmas is. I like seeing people, and like food is nice, and like. all this
I like
food-
getting
food's
gifts
good.
from everyone.
I mean, of course, I'm not accusing other people
Our
who
families
don't
don't
say
give
this
gifts to
to
each
think
other
that either. It's just I just find it a bit like forced. You know, it just feels. It just feels like. Why don't we just
Especially
try
just
other
a-
times of year to
Just,
coordinate something together?
But I think that's you could do. Like, yeah, because that is
Just
part of
don't.
it, isn't it? It's like it is just like everyone's gonna go see their families and stuff for a bit.
Well,
and it's
fucking
like,
do it then, huh?
But you
Yeah.
could just arrange something. But I think it's the fact that like I think everyone it's a universal thing. So, and obviously shops are shut, so like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? Hang out with my family? Well, I guess I will.
Mhm.
Or just jerk at home for Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Is that your optimum? Is that better?
No, I don't joke it either.
You not
Just
Christmas.
Wait.
You wait.
I go home and I wait.
Santa. I block my chimneys up so that fucker doesn't get in.
No chimneys in my place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None
Mine's all
whatsoever.
blocked
Do
up.
crime levels go up at Christmas or down? I feel like,
Does
or like
Santa
maybe office
technic-
buildings get raided. I feel like
Santa
that would be
technically,
a optimum time.
It's technically a crime across the planet, right? Because he's trespassing.
Yeah,
every
they don't.
home.
I think, but he's welcomed into people's homes.
Well, I didn't
You didn't put out the cookies
didn't
and
say
whatever else they
come
give
into
him
my
now.
home and deposit some.
What are they giving him now? Mince pies and there's other things now. Carrot juice
I put out
or
Claymore
vegan
mines.
Claymore mines.
That
Yeah.
surprises
A
that
real
son of a bitch.
obstacle course.
Right, honey, don't go near the fireplace.
Do
That
not.
thing's rigged to blow.
Don't touch the lasers.
Yeah.
Don't. If it looks like an IED, it's
It's
probably
probably
an
an
IED. So don't touch it.
I bought a lot of digital watches on eBay.
But anyway, Santa, you son of a bitch, bring it on.
We're ready for you, 2024.
I mean, it's about the kids anyway, isn't it? The kids love Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. My brother has kids, but they
You
love
love-
Christmas.
Yeah, that's
They
fine.
opened the present I gave them, and they just popped it to the side and got distracted by something else. That's just kids for you.
And I think it is about
I
kids.
didn't cry about it.
Don't expect me to like it.
Sorry,
Don't judge me for not liking it.
you don't like the
'Cause it's
kids.
for the
That's
kids.
fair. And like
It's for
a
the
lot of
kids.
Christmases,
Oh,
I haven't had
yeah,
the
but
joy,
like-
but we tried this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It was
don't
a
know if you
tiny bit more joy
Was it more joyous?
when you actually try.
have a Bailey's.
Yes.
Bailey's is good.
Yeah, get wasted and put up
You
some
have to get
tinsel.
fully wasted.
I
You
do
can just
like
enjoy a Bailey's. Yeah.
I like Baileys.
Have a Bailey's then.
But I can have it any time
No,
I
you
want.
shouldn't really.
You shouldn't have Baileys at other times.
Not allowed to.
What about like?
Set boundaries for yourself.
For God's sake, you can't be drinking Baileys.
What the fuck is that? Get out of your hand, you son of a bitch!
Baileys is
A
a slippery
Baileys in
slope.
June.
It's so delicious.
A milky Bailey's in
It's like
hot
a
summery
Biscoff,
June.
Milky Biscoff drink that's got
Yeah.
loads of booze in it.
Yeah, it's rich.
It's super rich. It gives me like
I managed to
heartburn.
eat, I say eat.
fucking fast.
Managed to eat half of one.
My brother drank a whole liter of it
Yeah, I had
in
half a
one
bottle
day,
in
and he
the
said
day.
he had the worst shits the next day.
Oh, I didn't. Maybe he has lactose intolerance.
Well, I don't know.
'Cause there's a lot of cream.
A whole liter on your own in one day.
That
No,
would
I had
probably
half a
do it.
bottle. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
not one of the big.
But it
big
didn't
bottles.
affect your shits.
Not like in a negative way. No.
It
Damn.
does sound like he's got lactose intolerance.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. If
Does
you,
it make
if you
your
drank
poo
a lot
look
of cream.
quite like sludgy? Does it look
Not
like clay?
really, no,
Does it look like
like-
you could throw a pot with it? It came out
Not
completely
really.
normal.
Well, yeah, I didn't
Wasn't
notice
wet?
any particularly. Was it wet? I guess
Yeah.
it was. I mean, mostly it never comes out dry.
Do you have the memory of like the
Does
shit
yours
that you
come
have
out
when
dry?
it's normal?
I have a look.
If
every
it's
time.
bad, you
do you guys
would
not have a
remember.
look when? Each
Yeah,
time?
but I don't
Yeah,
remember
but if it's
every
bad,
single
you wouldn't-
one.
If it's bad, you wouldn't remember it. But if it's normal or like not weird or painful, then
Yeah,
you
it's-
wouldn't.
I try to remember the foods and things I've
Do you
eaten
take
and
pictures?
drank.
Have you got a diary?
I've
Like
got
a daily.
diary, but like I've got
Busy
a rough
day on
approximation
Thursday,
in my
5.
head of like what affects my pooping. I've got a complicated system, as you know.
Well,
And
between
so-
midday and 6 p.m., I wake up from a blackout with like crumbs around my face, and I just don't know what's happened. So
But empty bottle of Bailey's to
it's
your side.
impossible to tell.
He just looks around. What happened? He's asking everyone for a story of the day.
I can't corroborate my shit.
Yes.
Come on. All I know is there's an empty litre bottle of Bailey's.
Have to piece
And
this
a real
together.
creamy clay-like shit on the floor. Why is it on the
Was
floor?
that me or is there a building company nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know it's a daily struggle, but that's why I'm thinking about getting some tattoos that will allow me to recall my past, like much like Memento. But they're
Yeah, but
all
that's because you can't
based-
remember. Is it? Well, I feel like
What if I forget?
just take
You
a
could
picture
forget.
of your shit every time.
I don't want that on my phone.
Take on someone else's phone.
Oh, God.
He'd rather have it on his
Fill up
body.
someone else's phone.
I need
with
a burner.
Chocolate, can I borrow your phone for it? Yeah, sure. What's that for? Cheers, man.
Don't ever delete that. I might
Yeah,
need it.
don't delete it. Save it to
Keep
your
the
iCloud.
date.
Save it to the cloud.
Save it. That's the problem. I end up getting like, because all these integrated features on phones that are like reminding you of moments in your past. It'd be
Turd.
January 08, another turd picture.
It's a beautiful
Ooh, that's
montage,
a
just
bad one. You're
Lovely acoustic
diary.
music on top.
Yeah.
I swear we talked about this. We talked about the website, didn't we? Because I then went on it. The Rate My Poo.
Yeah.
Oh, rate my poo, yes.
So
10.
that is a diary
10.
of and there's some crazy poos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just get on that.
The real long, thin ones that are like.
I
Just
consider
curlers.
That's less
The
your
curly,
personal
it's
diary,
such a
more of
trope
a-
that there's a curly dog poo as well. That's a trope. I've never seen Murphy do one like that.
No.
Well, the one that
Because then I would take a picture.
So you've never seen them do a whip?
They'd
no.
have to pivot themselves.
I think I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be like a
Is it always just
certain
like a pile of
consistency that it
pieces?
would just naturally fall into its.
Well,
and also
Is it
he kind
usually a pile of
of
pieces?
walks it
Yeah.
around the room a bit. So-
Mochi likes to walk around as well.
Dog shit is so gross.
Yeah, you got yeah.
It's like the main thing keeping me
It's
from having
pretty
a dog.
much this podcast is all
Get a
dog
small
shit.
one, and then they're tiny. They're not that bad, apart from when they're like strung together with pieces
Yeah,
of
like
grass.
Alsatian
she ate a
or
load of
fucking,
grass.
What's it?
I want a Great Dane.
Like, what is Great Danes? Yeah.
Fuck, those shits would be enormous.
What's Beethoven? What's Beethoven?
Saint
that's
Bernard.
yeah, I saw one of those earlier on today.
Yeah.
Big fuckers, man. Huge. I didn't see it shit, but I can imagine it was big. I think she said it was 70 kilos.
Oh my
70.
god,
That's Trott.
that's how much I
It
weigh.
was bigger. It was. I think if you were on all fours, it'd be bigger than you.
Yeah,
So how big are your shits? Would I want to pick them up? Would you want to pick your shits off the ground? No.
No one wants to pick up
I
human shit off the
wouldn't.
ground.
I wouldn't want to pick that up
Can
off
you
the ground.
imagine how big the dog food bag is going into the bin of some of these big
Yeah.
dogs?
It's like the whole food bin that you put in a food container
Yeah.
at home,
Oh
but
god,
for a dog. Anyway,
that's fun. Anyway,
That's
so
Hat
that was
Chat.
Christmas. Hope you guys had a good Christmas and New Year. Sorry for
Yes.
the lack of hat chats. We were kind of
Mega
just
busy.
wrestling with Jingle Jam and various other projects. So
December gets busy.
this is probably the least consumed piece of our media. So that's why it was the first on the chopping block. But it's
Thank
back.
you
It's
to-
back. 2024.
And thank you to members and
Indeed.
to Patreon and to Twitch subscribers and everybody who gives us any money, because that's the reason we're still doing this.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Partly because it's fun and partly because you make this worthwhile. So thank you very much. I
Yeah.
don't know which camera to talk into, so
Main one.
I'm going to just stare
Just
right down the
kinda
middle
like,
of them.
there's 3 cameras to dot your eyes around.
Right,
all
but
of
yeah,
them.
but thank you very much, and it is fun doing these, and yeah, we appreciate you guys for being a member.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go to our
that is
Discord.
greatly appreciated across the board.
Indeed. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for the next Hat Chat.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
Lead you off with Josh Rendell's
Goodbye.
full
Bye.
joke.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks very much. Bye.